Good morning, world. This is yours truly, J. D. RIPa. Don't forget, you gotta say it just like that. I'm gonna post a new song right now. I hope you like it. I hope you listen and can keep up at some parts. So I'm gonna ask you, do you ever go to sleep and hope that you don't wake up? Nah, I don't mean the shit you think after a horrid breakup, but from the shit called life and everything it's made of. The way I see it is you do two things. You fight or you make love, but even at night when I close my eyes, I can escape the problems from the day of. I mean, even when I blink, I see the things I'm afraid of. So I stop and think, shit, maybe I should take drugs. But I don't. I get home, I see my kids, and I take hugs. You see, it's crazy what pain does. It makes us feel the same, then breaks us. For this life, with a picture where you do a holding the paintbrush, but you see what paint does is it cracks up over time. And so I make sure to keep an open mind, even when my back's up against the wall. And think of most of all, I don't really want to be famous or become another product of the government's lame ducks. You see the same fucks be the same clubs, filling up butts and filling up cups, looking up the next day, wonder why they're stranded for bucks. You see the blame of the luck or the lack thereof. But maybe you just lack a passionate touch or got a lacking of love. Or really after is lust, or the past is duddy, or the path that's a duddy. The past was a bust, or the other way that will pass it above is to maybe start passing on drugs. Yeah. And learning to laugh is a must. And if you're living too fast, realize that life is a clutch. And if you despise the minds like I to keep a revised advice and crunch, don't be the type of guy to lie and rely on a crutch. Be the type to rise and fly above the fuss. Don't get caught in the hype, and despite the lies, you keep up the fight to go back to the old days like a typewriter punch. Nowadays, Kool-Aid's my type of punch. And Cool J was right when he said feel the good vibes and jump. But there's not a person alive now that I hate unless you're T. Smith. That serves you right, you stupid cunt. Ugh. Nah. My apologies. You see, that was just... I lost my train of thought. You see, that was just a rhyme. And so the last line I omitted. That was the old me before I committed. To myself, I had problems, I needed help, yeah, I admit it. And I was scared of commitment. I'd smoke every day to get through the pain and get pissed when I had to wait on the next shipment. But then I realized that it was just a gimmick, and it was Jesus I need to mimic. You see, I'm free to do as I please. It's the First Amendment. It's not just freedom of speech, it's the free to be living how you want. It's for free to be different. You're all gifted. If you need some trains to start shifting, don't be timid and limit yourself. You're all super. You don't need a pill to be limitless like Bradley Cooper. Sadly, your super at work trying to tell you what your limit is. You're limited. You got eyes but your promise. You're so reminiscent on the old images. You can't get past the fact that you're now older with blemishes. But you see, the great thing about repentance is you could be one of those locked up addiction kids, and no matter how long a sentence is, you can start begging for his forgivenesses and come out a new man and maybe even start up your own businesses. But the first step is to seeing a problem and admitting it. They say you reap what you sow, so this life now I'm knitting it. I don't get caught up in the bullshit because I left it mittenless. If it wants some truth, then that's what my opinion is. I'm not afraid to tell you, you're headed down a wrong path straight for imprisonment. I end up being right. You say, dang, you must have been a magician, kid. I say, nah, I'm a mentalist. I take mental pics of every piece, a little bit of information, push aside the sentiment. Try not to be too sweet, just like cinnamon, and think of a nicer way to say you've been a dumbass yet, a synonym. But I'm just talking to the sin in him when I'm looking in the mirror of my reflection, because even myself, I used to have to take a pill to ease my adrenaline. But now I do it when I put it in pen of it. But there's no paper to my scribbling. It's all in my mental and bouncing around like I was dribbling. But I got a handle on it now like there was some burgers and I was flipping them. My words are like boogers. Off of the tongue I'm flicking them. I used to feel awfully dumb until I started listening. That's it. That's where I'm going to leave it. Till I get more on it. I hope you like it. Hit the like button for me. Hit the share button, comment, derogatory statement, whatever it is you feel necessary. Just hit the share button. That's all I'm asking. You see, music, I realize, is my vice. And maybe someone else's vice out there is music, and they need to hear the message that I just portrayed in this little song. You see, everybody I feel in this world today needs a vice. It's just, you got to make sure it's not an artificial or false vice. Something that's going to last 20 minutes or something just to get you through that doesn't really make sense. It's not beneficial for, if you're not living in today's society, a 25-plus-year-old person, a parent, and making choices that affect you in a positive or influence you in a positive manner or in your health or anything. You're doing it wrong. Please hit the share button. Somebody might like this. For it would be so naive of me to think that everybody in the world should like this song when I know that you won't. But somebody might like it. Just hit the share button. Like I said, it's not about being famous for me. I just want people to hear my words, my life, and maybe they can connect to what I'm saying. I love you all. You're all beautiful, beautiful people, and don't you forget that. This is J. D. RIPa. And don't forget, you got to say it just like that. Peace out, baby.